Hello friends, so today we're going to do something special for the bees. It's springtime, it's early spring, and even though the bees may be out and flying around and it's warm, they may be out of food because the nectar flow has not started yet. There are not any blooming flowers that the bees need for their nectar source. So we're going to make them some sugar water, and they will drink this up, and hopefully we'll get them through this little dry spell that they're in before the nectar flow starts. So make sure to go ask your parents for help. What we're going to be needing is a couple of dishes. You don't have to use plastic. You can use any kind of dish, pie pan, something like that. We have plain old sugar, and we have some water, and we have some helpers here. We're going to use rocks, and we're also going to use some straw. This is just cut from ornamental grass. So here's, if you can open this up for me, and carefully, a little bit of sugar. Okay, we're going to measure out 1 cup. Britton, so we're using our measuring cup. Britton, just go ahead and pour in there 1 cup, and I'll help you with the first. 1 cup of sugar. What do you think?
That's
You don't have to be exact, so go ahead and 1 cup of sugar and pour it in there. Okay. And 1 cup of sugar. We're going to do 2 of these. Okay. Pour it in there, yeah. Okay. Ears, can you fill that up with 1 cup of water very carefully? That's one way to do it. Good. A little more. So we're going to do a 1-to-1 sugar mix. 50% sugar, 50% water. There you go. Do the other one too. One more. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I saw that one coming. Okay, and then here.
And you don't need to be exact because they're bees and they don't
Yeah,
care.
they're bees. They'll be fine. So if you have a stir, that would be good. We're just going to use some of the straw we have here. Stir it up. Nice and good.
It's okay if some bits of the straw drop in because we're going to be putting straw in there anyway.
Tell you what. Why don't you go run aside and grab a wooden spoon?
Sure.
So, again, this is just to get the bees through this part of spring where there may not be flowers blooming yet.
So you don't need a lot.
Don't need a lot, and we're just going to use 50-50 sugar and water, half and half. And if you can have some warm water, that's even better. It helps the sugar dissolve a little bit. So why don't you mix it up a little bit without spilling any, best you can. Okay. It's best to do this outside too, because sugar water is sticky and kind of gross. I know, you just stuck your hand in it. Here. So you can do this a couple different ways. We are going to use straw in one of these, and we're going to use rocks in the other. What you want to do is you want to give the bees a place to land so they won't drown, because they can't swim and they're kind of afraid of water. So do you want to add some of the straw? So here, why don't you take a little bundle like this, and let's see if we can get the straw to kind of lay down in there.
And then with the rocks, make sure they're big enough that they touch the surface, or you can stack them up on top.
Yeah, you kind of add like a little landing area, a little landing pad for our bees. So not only can you feed your own bees this way, but you can feed the wild bees that are out in the world that don't have any food right now. And so this isn't just for people who have bees. There are wild bees all around us. And doing this will help all the bees get food to make it through this little dry spell. So we're going to go put these, would you carry this one? We're going to go put these over here, and we'll go show you a close-up real quick. So this is an example of how hungry these bees are. I filled this up this morning, so it's already down to about half. And there's hundreds and hundreds of bees here. And over time they'll find this, and they'll find this, and they'll start drinking the sugar water we made too. And if you're lucky, set this out in a nice sunny place in your yard, and maybe you'll find some bees, some wild bees. And what you'll notice is maybe you'll have one bee, and very soon you'll have hundreds of bees. Because what happens is one single bee will land on here and start eating this food, and then it'll fly back to its hive and tell 3 or 4 more bees, and they'll all come back. They'll fly back to the hive and tell a few more bees, and they'll all come back here. And sooner or later you have this many bees. And they're very hungry. You don't need to be afraid of these bees, because even though they look like they're buzzy and they're angry, they're not. When they're out,
They're just hungry.
Yeah, when they're out in the world, away from their hive, they're not aggressive. They won't sting you. They won't chase you. They're all friends when they're out here in the big bed, in the big world. They're very gentle creatures. So here's one. She's a very sweet little lady, and she's just taking a rest before she flies back to her colony. And she actually may have got a little sugar water on her. We'll just put her right down in here. Look, here's a bee who's just taking a little rest. So this is a nice, easy way that you can help your pollinators, your wild bees in your neighborhood. Just a little bit of sugar, a little bit of water, and maybe you can help the wild bee population. Thanks for watching. Bye.